My name is Jim Oliveira, Executive Director of the MassHire Greater New Bedford Workforce Board, located in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Today, it's my job to introduce you to the exciting career of working in the field of cybersecurity. Now more than ever, the need for cybersecurity experts is in demand. Through the following interviews, we will introduce you to 4 experts in the field who will describe their current roles and provide tips on how to enter the profession. Now about our presenters who represent a spectrum of knowledge in the field. They include Stephanie Helm, Director of the Mass Cyber Center, Mass Tech Development Corporation; Chris Resendiz, Managing Director of INX Advisors; Steve Zuromski is the Vice President of Information Technology and CIO at Bridgewater State University; and finally, Professor Goikin Kuhl, University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth. This series of interviews is sponsored by 4 regional workforce boards located in southeastern Massachusetts that include MassHire Brockton, Bristol, and South Shore. Our collective total workforce borders on several 100,000 workers. Through extensive labor market analysis, we determined there is a high demand for new workers within our region in the information technology sector, especially in the field of cybersecurity.
Our first guest today is Steve Samromsky, CIO from Bridgewater State University. Steve, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm the Vice President of Information Technology and Chief Information Officer at Bridgewater State University. I've actually been at Bridgewater now for 17 years in various capacities. In this role, I've been in for about just over 2 years now. Prior to that, I was the AVP of IT, and I guess earlier than that, I was a practitioner. So network infrastructure and engineering is really my kind of core background.
Could you tell me what makes you tick and excites you about being in the field of cybersecurity?
So I think cyber is really exciting, especially now. I mean, the industry, it's just booming. 500,000, I think was the last number that I saw, open positions in the United States. It intersects with every discipline. I mean, obviously computer science, criminal justice, so cybercrime investigation, that has technical components. Obviously business, finance with risk management, political science, psychology. There's always just so much to learn. There's so many open positions, and it's really just a thriving market for cyber professionals right now. So it's just really exciting overall.
How does your college program prepare students for cybersecurity careers?
Bridgewater State University, we're actually taking a multidisciplinary approach to cybersecurity and cyber criminology. So we have a couple of different programs right now. We have a minor in cybersecurity and digital forensics. We have a cyber criminology and cybersecurity graduate certificate program. And we're actually in the process right now, working with our faculty are doing great. They're in the process of preparing a major, a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity, a technical degree in cyber. So we're really excited about that. We're actually partnering with MassHire, right, to ensure that we're creating programs that are more that are directly aligned with what employers need. We're hoping to invest in what's called a cyber range. In a cyber range, it's a virtual simulation environment. It's very immersive, and it allows students to sit down at the range and actually experience real live fire attacks. So it tests their ability, and it educates them so that they can start to learn and see how things may traverse through the network, to be able to make sure they identify them, that they can respond. It's really just a great learning tool.
How can high school students prepare themselves for success in cybersecurity degree programs?
Obviously, the more that you can educate yourself, the better. Get involved in, I would say, STEM programs. Any type of STEM program at the high school level is excellent. I would say reach out to your local community college or state university. Obviously Bridgewater has some great programs here, but at the community college level too, there's often pathway programs that may exist. So you start at a community college, and then you can transition to, say, a state university. In fact, BSU hopes in the future, we hope to partner with some of our community colleges as well to create those pathways, and also host events that high school students and whatnot can attend, information nights, hackathons, capture the flag exercises, that sort of thing, hopefully on our cyber range.
Where do you find your graduates to go on and find jobs or continue their education?
I'll give you 2 examples. How's that? So we had two students. One was a graduate student and one was an undergraduate student. So they both worked they were both computer science students. They both were mentored by IT in our information security office. Both students were hired with offers on the table prior to their degrees being conferred. They completed their degrees, they immediately started employment. The graduate student is now working in critical infrastructure, so the energy sector, in cyber, within 1 year, making over six figures. The undergraduate student, again, worked within our information security office, offered a position before degree being conferred, working in the insurance industry in cyber, 22 years old and almost at six figures. You know, they're very highly paid positions in cyber. They're obviously in demand, like we had talked about earlier. And those are just two examples of where you can go. But every single industry, every single company needs to have cybersecurity as a leading priority. You know, I just think there's so much potential for anyone who's really interested in getting into this field.
Is there any other advice?
You'll never be bored in cyber. How about that? You will absolutely never be bored. There's so much to learn. There's so much to do. It's a great career. Yeah, I guess I couldn't recommend it more than that.
On behalf of my regional workforce partners, I hope you will know a little more about the need to defend against cybersecurity breaches and the educational pathways needed to pursue a career. This effort is being funded by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Office of Labor and Workforce Development.